Happy Thriving Thursday, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Last we're picking up from last week. This will be part 2 of Thriving Thursday of the 20 challenges of leaderships the leaders face. Okay, Camry, we going to the 15th slide. That's where we were last week.
Hey y'all, I think she's having a little bit of tech difficulties. I'm not sure if the sound was messing up for y'all, um, but I think she's having a little bit of tech difficulties. So we just gonna wait till she get back on. Keep going. I'm gonna check in with y'all. I see y'all said y'all been doing good. I've been doing good too. It's Thursday. I ain't had no classes today, but happy thriving Thursday, everybody. Hey Shane. Hey Khalid. I'm glad you're doing good. All right, I think she back, y'all.
All right,
It still sound like a little.
I don't know what it is.
You have to edit slides.
Okay, we back, y'all. Malfa, what is the technical difficulties? Happy Thriving Thursday, though. How is everybody's week? First week of school going? Let us know. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. It's on there. Can you see it? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and add Miss Lakeisha.
Okay. Y'all be having technical. Hey, Roman. Oh, it's okay. I mean, I'm India. It's okay. Hey, Alda. Hey, Kennedy. Okay. Yo, I don't know what's good. Look, we back, though. Happy Thriving Thursday to everybody, y'all. This is part 2. Um, we talked about at least 10 of the 21 challenges that leaders face. Okay. So we're going to finish up from last week. Anybody got any questions, any concerns? And we also have a special guest that we are adding, will be on shortly. We was having technical.
Ma, Miss Lakeisha is on already.
Can y'all
Oh, I
see me?
couldn't see it. Oh, there it
Can y'all
says.
see me?
Y'all know I'm blind. You down there. Okay, so you know I'm blind. So sis, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, my name is Keisha, and I'm very happy to be on here. I'm grateful for this opportunity. That's about it. I was nervous for a few weeks, but I finally got up the nerve to just come on here and just speak to you guys. So I'm looking forward to this session. Every session has been wonderful thus far. So I'm very happy to be given this opportunity just to pop on and give my little 2 cents.
And of course, everybody knows Cam Gotti, as y'all say. I call it Camry. but everybody knows her. So, Cameron, do you want to introduce yourself for those that may not know you?
I'm pretty sure everybody on here know me, but hey y'all, my name Cam. She gonna call me Camry while we on here, and I'm gonna try my best to say mine as minimal as possible. Cause yo, when I be doing this behind the scenes stuff, my mother she irked my nerves. Like I be up to here with her, but it's cool. I'm coming on today to get my perspective. And yeah, so it's nice seeing y'all again. Cause I mean, I saw y'all the other day too. So yeah.
Hi, Dad. Hey, sister. Hey, Shane. Khalid, Dawn, Kayla. How everyone? All right, so y'all, let's get started. We this slide is talking about keeping your team inspired and motivated, and Camry and Lakeisha can chime in. Um, so it's saying our team is asking us why, what's the vision, where are we going, what's our purpose. Encourage your team as you all accomplish goals together. We must motivate our team to keep pushing even when they are struggling. We're going to have highs and lows, but as leaders, we encourage them not to give up. Okay. So, Camry and Lakeisha, did y'all want to make any comments on that?
I can go. So I feel like as far as keeping the team inspired and motivated, um, honestly depends on how everybody's learning style is. Like I know for me personally, with my friends that I have, I normally send good morning text or like quotes or audio messages or whatever the case may be. Especially when I notice something is going on, like if they're like sometimes you can tell in a person's body language or with their facial expressions or whatever the case may be that something is off that normally isn't off. So I just kind of try to read what I know based off my knowledge of the person and my relationship with the person to determine how I should best motivate or inspire them. And I also try to just lead by example. Like things I want them to do, I do. So if I want somebody to communicate or do better with, emails or whatever the case may be, I'm going to show you how to do it and lead by example.
Lakeisha?
Yeah, that's all good. I agree with everything Cam said, and just to piggyback, just a simple like checking in, because you never know, like that could just turn someone's whole mood and their whole day, or just give them that, that boost that they need to just go forward. So just a simple check-in, just saying, how's everything going? Is there anything I can do? But just constantly just checking in on the individual or your team, just saying, hey, you're doing a good job, or if they have opportunities, just something like that, just to show that you care about them.
Okay. And I guess I'm gonna be a devil's advocate for a minute. Because I know we experienced that with what we do on the higher, it's different levels to the business, and we noticed that like maybe on out we don't always have that inspiration and motivation from the higher level like we would want. Me and Lakeisha and what we do. So Lakeisha, how do we? And I don't want to put you on the spot. So how do we proceed or how would a person proceed when they don't have the encouragement and motivation from the person that's supposed to be leading us? I mean, if you can, could you piggyback off of it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I could just use my situation as an example. So, I mean, basically, you can give the person like the benefit of the doubt. You can kind of like gauge their mood, and you can just see how they're going to be receptive to what you're asking. And if you constantly are going to that person and they're not showing any type of interest, then you just have to kind of like, for one, educate yourself. Secondly, you need to just find people that's going to be in alignment with making you the best that you can be. You have to do it for yourself first, but it's always going to be somebody that's going to be willing to help you and that's going to care about you and your well-being and to make yourself and the business better. So, I mean, some people have like certain positions that they don't necessarily deserve, whereas other people, they are given a leadership and they don't mind helping. So you just have to find that alignment and just go from there. And that's what I've started doing, and I could just see the change within myself because you get discouraged. It's not easy, but you just have to find those people that will, is always will help.
And yo, and Camry said I'm always using somebody else, but like I put a quote up on my page a video on my page on Wednesday with Tabitha Brown. I'm quite sure everybody's familiar with her, and I said called it a Wisdom Wednesday message because she was saying like how I like the video because that's why I posted it because it really made sense to me, especially the type of week that I've been having. Hey India, so it's like she was saying like she had bought a hummingbird feeder and she noticed that, hey, I ain't been seeing the hummingbirds for a minute or whatever. And I know Lakeisha had liked it. And she was saying that even the hummingbirds got sense enough not to come back somewhere where they're not being fed and stuff like that. So I thought about with that, like Lakeisha was saying, like kind of like putting yourself with like-minded people if you want like the positive energy, if you want to level up, you want to become educated in anything that you do, business, life. It's like you gotta go where you're being fed this type of energy at. Where your soul and your body and your mind is being nourished with these type of positive vibes and energy. That's what I got out the video. Lakeisha can piggyback off of me or give her perspective on it. And I thought that was a very inspirational video that she compared nature with, like, even they got sense enough, the birds, not to be dealing with if it okay, well, they ain't feed me, look, I ain't even going back over there no more, I'll holler at you, I'm gonna go with it. So even and so that's like with anything, like if we notice that something is like off or you're not getting the energy that you need, work, family, friends, associates, then we have to like move on. And that was like very touching for me. I don't know if you want to piggyback off that, Lakeisha.
I mean, it was a very short video, but it spoke volumes because staying in the same predicament, you just have to change your surroundings basically because it can drain you and you can starve. That's figuratively, but you just have to move around. And like I said, it can just change your whole mindset. And yeah, that's basically all.
Cam, you want to share something? Or you?
I would just say that like if it's somebody in a higher position that's not necessarily motivating or inspiring you, like look towards yourself or look within. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to be dependent on motivation anyway, but like, staying disciplined enough to keep going and getting motivation where you can get it at. Like, it's completely great if you can get motivation and discipline, but like, you're not always going to get motivation or receive motivation, especially from the people that you expect it from. Like, having those expectations, like, sometimes having expectations of certain people because they have a certain role like leads to you having disappointment. Just because somebody has a certain role doesn't mean they view that role the same way that you do. So, I think you definitely should rely more on yourself for motivation, affirm yourself of your value and the things that you bring to the table. When you catch yourself slipping, like, oh, dang, like, I might have not made, that many sales with jewelry this week. What can I do better next week? All right, well, I know I'm capable of selling this amount of jewelry. Bet I'm going to keep affirming myself. Maybe I'm going to post a little bit more on my Facebook page, or when I'm out, I'm going to tell more people about what I do, or whatever the case may be. But like, it's more so about, relying on yourself rather than other outside sources, because you can't control them, but you can control you.
Okay. All right, yo. Anybody got any questions? Roman said where the money reside. She gonna go where the money reside. And Dawn said I'm going where the money reside. Y'all are something. Okay, so go to the next slide, Camry. All right, so the next slide is developing, coaching, and mentoring. Okay, these are challenges that the leaders face. Your team wants to grow. Give them the opportunity they need, push them and guide them. Look for their strengths and potential. Set a bar that they can accomplish. Provide them with direction and support. Give them recognition. The team wants to feel seen, heard, and appreciated. Recognize them in the moment. Pay attention, listen, and make an effort to help your team value their own strengths and grow. Um, and that's basically like, try to do as much as you can within reason, where you just try to coach and mentor. I know sometimes I slip in that department. Not Lakeisha probably can vouch for me. She'll probably say I don't, but I do believe sometimes I'm my worst critic. By like, I do try to encourage them. I do try to show like I appreciate them, as even if with words. I might can't do nothing financially. I do it like with words. If they're on their lives, I also will, tell them they're doing a good job. Keep it up. I know we have our little like group that we have where we talk every day, or at least a few times a day, if not a few times a week. Any Lakeisha or Cam, y'all want to piggyback off of that, or what Dawn doing?
No, I'm pretty good with this one.
Oh, hey, Keon. What is Dawn acting up? Camry.
Ma, why you keep calling me Camry? My name is Cam. I'm Cam. Like, you
Yeah, I
gotta say
can't.
put my government on here. It's
Oh my
Cam.
God, sorry, Cam. I can't get with that.
Yo, anyways, I don't really have anything surrounding developing, coaching, and mentoring. I think I would say for the people that do have those positions in people's lives, being mentors or coaching or whatever the case may be, definitely see how you have an impact on other people. Because sometimes people take the roles lightly, like as far as being a mentor or a coach or whatever, and like they don't necessarily realize that they have an effect on people that may sometimes be negative. Like being intentional about what you say to that person or how you carry them is like very important. Like I don't take my role as a mentor like light. Like I know that I have an impact on other people. So for people that is doing that, just be intentional.
Okay, Cam, we can go. Cam, we can go to the next slide. This is woo. All right, managing people and resources. As a leader, be the problem solver. Be able to navigate any complex issues, make good decisions daily, empower others to do what they have the potential to do. I think that's just straightforward. Basically, try to help if you can with any issues. Make good decisions daily. I know sometimes, even with me, with my team, and like I tell them, sometimes I be going through a lot, but I still try to show them that I'm being persistent, consistent, and showing up despite everything that's going on. Um, and I try to empower them to do the same if they can, which they have been doing. Shout out to Team Bless Jules and any other teams that's showing up, even despite whatever they may be facing and going through in life. They still showing up no matter what's going on, the highs and the lows, ups and the downs, ins and outs. They still showing up. Okay, so anybody want to piggyback off of that? Let me know. Camry, Lakeisha.
No.
Cam, I can't get with that Cam.
Ma, you called me Cam all my life. I don't understand why you get around other people and now it's Camry.
I'm on.
Like even Miss Lakeisha know to call me Cam. Like, come on, be for real.
Go to the next slide.
I'm going to
Y'all
the next
see
slide.
I did that. Okay, y'all. So the next slide is developing your own skills. As a leader, pay attention, take care of your own growth and development. Make sure you're getting emotional rest and self-care, and pay attention to your well-being. I think I'm my own critic with that one, because I will work myself to the ground, make myself sick, but guess what? I still will show up on my team's live while I'm even in the ER with the IV in my arm and all that. So I have to learn how to do that. I'm doing it a little bit more, but yeah, if you need to pay attention to your own growth. Roman said definitely this can't help others if you're not. You're right, Roman, and that's what I've been learning that a lot lately. you have to do self-care and get emotional rest. Like I told y'all, take a break from even social media. Sometimes you just gotta put the phone down, because sometimes Camry told me what it was and I can't even remember, but I can read something or witness people going through something, it'll wear on me. I can't sleep, I'm sick. It's the emotional part just wears on me, and I don't even know. Camry told me what it was called. So pay attention to your own well-being, and because if you're not good, and nobody, your team isn't going to be good. And when we talk about leadership, it could be your team, it could be you leading a team at work, your own business, it could be you being a leader of with your friends, being a leader in your family. So if you're not good, then everybody, you can't even lead, because you're not straight mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay, y'all want to say anything, or you want to go to the next slide?
I would definitely just say that when y'all attend like Winning Wednesday, Thriving Thursday, Focus Friday, all that, like, I don't know, for me, I take it as a way for me to develop myself or personal growth. It's kind of similar to like if you read a book or like you meditate or whatever the case may be. That's how I view it. It's kind of a form of self development for me, because every time we get on here, I learn like something new, whether it's from what y'all say in the chat or like what Miss Joni may be saying, or even when I'm just talking and I'm hosting Winning Wednesday, like sometimes it's, I kind of use Winning Wednesday as like therapy. Like it's not like official therapy, but like we be bouncing off of each other, we feel each other vibes, and that hour is like ours to like connect with each other and stuff like that. So just figure out how you can implement each day, like how you want to take care of yourself, whether it's like, all right, I'm gonna take a 30-minute break here, or I'm gonna meditate at this time or whatever. Because I know with me, sometimes I be like, I try to incorporate it all. So like I might try to go to the gym, I'm gonna try to meditate, I'm gonna watch Winning Wednesday or host Winning Wednesday, Thriving Thursday, do all of this stuff, and like before, by the time the day is over, it's like, dang, like I exhausted all of my energy, like I had nothing left. And so sometimes you just gotta pick it piece by piece. Like, all right, I'm gonna just watch Winning Wednesday today. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym, or the next day I'm gonna go to meditate, or whatever the case may be. So just determine how self care is gonna look like for you. It doesn't have to look like how people say on social media or how your friend is doing it. Just determine how it look for you.
Mhm.
Lakeisha, do you have anything?
Um, I mean, just simple. Just self care is the best care. I mean, you can only care for you. I mean, for others if you take care of yourself first. And like Cam was saying, just find what's for you, and whether it be like with a group of people or if you're just doing something solo. Just make sure that you take care of yourself in all aspects, mentally, physically, etc.
Okay. All right. The next slide, Cam. Ree almost slipped out. Kiana said, absolutely yourself first. Okay. So the next slide is guide and change. As a leader, we must know that things will always change. We must face challenges that comes with change. Understand things will be different, plan for it, and be prepared. Be consistent and clarify all changes with your team. And we all should, hey, Miss Cheryl, we all should know that things, everyday things are in front of so we just have to like adapt and try to make the best out of each change and figure out how to get through the different changes that we have. Like I said, I know we've went through with my team. It's like Camry was saying, sometimes we've went live, and these might be, I think I brought this up before, these might be new pieces that just came hot off the FedEx truck, and I might be on that live for about an hour, and I might not have sold not one item, not one piece of jewelry. And it like, okay, I gotta understand, like, okay, what's going on? Why didn't I sell not one item? And I done showed about 40 or 30 pieces. But I have to realize, okay, all right, back to school time is coming. Maybe mortgage and rent is due. Maybe it's a holiday that's going on. We just don't know. Oh, that's, hey, Anthony. So it's just, we have to just know that things change, but like we were saying, just be consistent. When it do change, we got to learn how to just grab the bull by the horn and just go ahead, and just go with it. And just know that things will get better. We won't always be in the dark or going through things all the time. It is a light at the end of the tunnel. And Cam and Lakeisha, if y'all want to share anything about that.
I just have to say, I mean, I've learned to adapt with the business because it comes in waves and flows. Like sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. During the down times, you just can't let it get to you because you know you're gonna have your up season. So you just have to, like Mel said, to just keep, being consistent. When we do our lives, we may not get as many viewers, but it's always the replay watchers or the shoppers or whatever. A lot of times, you might create more sales when people are doing their own thing and they're just watching a replay. So you just can't let it discourage you. You just have to just continue to show up and do what you know you can do.
I would definitely agree, and I would say, life be lifing. Like, I mean, nothing is really going to be like an easy ride. Like anything. Like for me, transitioning from, well, I'm gonna just say I'm transitioning from youth to young adult. I'm not gonna say I'm an adult, but I definitely just can see that, like, things be hard. Like, sometimes you might not can't get your nails done or get your hair done because you got to pay your car payment or your insurance or whatever the case may be. But, like, I mean, that's life. And sometimes it might be like, dang, like, I forgot to pay my credit card bill. They put interest on that the next month. Okay, well, now you got to pay that. So, how you want to adapt to doing that? Through the months. But different things or, curveballs are going to be thrown at you like every day. Like, always expect for something to happen. Nothing's going to always go exactly as we plan it. And so we always have to be ready to adapt and, try different things or whatever for us to just keep continuing pushing on, period.
Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, you can go to the next. All right, so this one is another challenge is making the hard decisions. As a leader, we will have to make tough decisions. We will have to make decisions that can later have consequences. For every action, there is an equal or opposite reaction. It can be a bad decision or good, but as a leader, you determine the best decision for the team. I'm trying to think if I have, and y'all have any examples of that? I'm not offhand. Do I have any?
Well, I know something that come up with horse mouse projects is sometimes like we have teams and like somebody might not be doing their job, and so like of course sometimes we don't want to say nothing because it'd be like, oh dang, like that's my friend or whatever the case may be. But in other situations, it's like Miss Only, like this person not really doing that what they supposed to do. I mean, after of course you talk to the person and you be like, tighten up, and maybe they haven't worked on it, and so then you got to talk. But I mean, I feel like that could be like one of the hard decisions. Like sometimes people, Miss Joni got to take people off projects because they're not doing what they supposed to do, and it's not because she don't love them or whatever the case may be, but they're just not fulfilling their role right now. Maybe they need some time to get themselves together before they can be on a project again or that specific project. So that's one of the hard decisions, and then also having like hard conversations with people. Like sometimes you don't want to tell people that they messing up because like for one, everybody don't take things well. Like when you call them out and be like, like yo, like you wasn't communicating, like you don't respond to emails fast. Like, can you need to work on this? Sometimes people get defensive, and so we don't really want to hear that. We don't want to go with the back and forth because one, it take a lot of energy. And it also takes a lot of courage for you to say something to somebody about things that they need to work on or whatever the case may be. So I mean, we still gotta have the hard conversations regardless if you really want changes, to be made.
Okay, Lakeisha.
I can't really think of any examples. I mean, I agree with Cam in regards to like telling people or just making, I guess, suggestions on how they can improve. Um, they just have to be willing to accept the feedback. Sometimes you can't just expect somebody to take what you're saying, but all you can do is, let them know, hey, this is what you're not doing. maybe you should try this way. And whether they're going to, take it, that's just, I just feel like you've done your part as a leader. So it can be difficult, but um, they can never come back to you and say, well, you didn't say this, or I didn't know, when you can, just tell them. And what they do with what you're telling them, that's on them.
And I agree with Camry and Lakeisha. I haven't really had I got a good team, y'all. I don't mean because they really step up when y'all know short-term memory, but they step in when it's needed. They keep me on my toes, so they make me feel like I have to be accountable, so I don't have to really make too many hard decisions. We all agree that if something isn't right, we'll watch each other live and how we move in our businesses, and if it's something that ain't right, we agree to let each other know without getting offended or feeling some type of way, because we all can learn and grow from each other. So I didn't have any hard decisions I had to make with my team. Okay, Cam, you can go to the next slide. All right. Keeping everyone on the same page. As a leader, we must understand everyone is coming from different experiences, backgrounds, and their own agendas. Set a common vision, purpose, and understanding of what it means to win. Effectively communicate to bring all team members on the same page. Like I said, as far as my team, wait a minute. Anthony says that be me sometime when someone tells me something right, I go on a defensive mode. And Anthony, that's where you have to understand, and you have to like take a deep breath and understand, count to 5 and understand like that. You don't have to get on defense because we don't know everything. Every day we are growing and learning and going through different experiences. So sometimes somebody might see something that you don't see or might see it in a different light. And that's what I had to learn, because I at first I used to be like that, but then I had to say, you know what, look, I don't know everything. I mean, they probably experienced it before or bored or just trying to be helpful and just kind of take a step back and say, you know what, I think they was right. So that's what you have to do. Like just have an open mind, especially with life today. Things is just like Camry said, study, change, and evolving. So just have your mind open to grow and learn and be, not to get always on the defense mode.
And I also would say, like, look at the intention of the person that is coming from. Like, if you know it's, like, for example, I'm going to just give my mother as an example since she on here. Sometimes I don't really want to hear what my mother got to say, but at the same time, she my mother. I know she cares for me. I know she love me. So she might say something. The delivery might be off too. That be a thing. Her delivery be off sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but she's saying it out of love. So like I can trust that I don't really have to be on defense mode, because if she's saying it for the benefit of me. So look at who it's coming from. Like if it's coming from a mom or a friend or whatever the case may be, why would their intentions be bad? And if you do have people around you with bad intentions, then they don't need to be around you. You need to change who you have in your space. So I would just say look at it like that.
And y'all know, and Camry know, I'm the hardest person I come to right real, y'all. She don't want to hear what I gotta say, but I really be saying things. I feel like if she don't get it from me, she can get it from somebody outside that may give her the right information and might not. But I'm going to give it to you just exactly, just real. So, India said the fact that you're aware is already a step in the right direction. You're right, India. You're right. Kayla laughing. Yeah, I'm going to give it to her, and I know she don't want to hear it, but you know what? Also, Camry do me like that. So I'll be like saying, I don't want to hear what I'm her mother, but actually she be telling me something. She actually be telling me something that's actually makes sense. Okay, you can't get over here. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah. All right. So Lakeisha, did you want to add to that?
I was just saying in regards to this particular slide that communication is definitely crucial. You don't want to, especially if you have like a team, you don't want to have your team members coming to you constantly looking or asking for like the information when you have the information that you're supposed to relay to your the team. And anytime they come to you, it's always some type of excuse. That's just to me not good leadership. I mean, it could be a one-off thing, but if it's like consistently happening, then I just feel like you're always going to get the side eye, and you just have to kind of step your game up as a leader. So just communicating is everything.
Okay. I see Kiana said, absolutely. I tell my kids the same thing. Keep it real. Kayla says, similar to my parents. And Miss Cheryl said, good conversation. Yes. So yes, y'all, keep the communication open. Camry said, Keisha said, keep the communication open. Like Camry said, you have to look at the person's intentions. And if you're dealing with somebody that don't have the good intentions, then you may have to take a look at your surroundings and make some changes. Okay. All right.
Oh, I want to say one thing. I would also say my dad tell me that communication isn't everything; it's the only thing. So, like, if your communication isn't good, then like, where does your relationship really stand? So, like, if you lying or you're not talking to the other person or whatever, like, what do you really have? Because communication also is foundation for other things such as trust and all of that other stuff. So, if you don't have communication, what do you really have? But I'm move on to the next slide though.
That was
Okay.
good.
And when go ahead, Lakeisha.
Oh, no, I was saying that was good.
Okay. And Anthony is saying, of course, that's my way. He said, Mal do it to me, and I don't be trying to hear it, but she be right once I think about it. Yeah, he gives me the beliefs, but I'm gonna tell him, and I don't even care. Then when he hang up, I'm gonna call back and say, look, and another thing. But then once he calmed down, he'll take because I'm doing it out of Karen, so yeah, like you said, you gotta look at the person's intentions. Okay, so the next slide, y'all, dealing with conflict. Conflict is part of life and business. Okay, everyone has their difference of opinions. Things that need to be said is finally said. We must embrace the fact that conflict has to happen. Be constructive. Understand the conversations may hurt, but it can help teams grow by taking the conflict and figure as a team how to resolve them. Okay, so if y'all have any conflicts going on, whether it's your business, your life, your work, family, it's always going to be some type of conflict because everybody doesn't is Sean, am I saying how you pronounce that, Cam?
Nah, it's just saying. It's
Oh,
just
and
saying.
okay, Shane. Okay, Shane says conflict is part of life and business. It has to happen. Right. It's always going to be some type of conflict. It's because everybody going through something, everybody's facing things, everybody feel their opinions, they got to share their opinions, but it's like coming to some type of common ground. And that's when you turn into communication, trying everybody just taking a chill and just working through the conflict. What's the best possible solution so that we can resolve this or so that we don't have to go back through this again. Okay, so Cameron and Lakeisha, if y'all want to piggyback off of that or share your opinion on the slide.
I just basically think that you just have to agree to disagree. It can always, both people can be right. Your right might not necessarily be the other person's right and vice versa. So just learning to agree to disagree will make, smooth things out.
Hey, Miss Tracy, you all right? Cam.
Um, if you're one of those people that like me for example, I don't like confrontation with other people. Just definitely figure out a way where you can still communicate with how you feel, where both parties get heard. Because one thing for me is like I always have uncertainty on how other people respond, but that's not your responsibility. It's like more so getting out how you feel or what's making you feel some type of way, whatever the case may be, and kind of coming to a understanding after you put it out there. So it is something that's inevitable. People always gonna have conflict with things that they might not like, and it's just our job to put that out there, and people do what they want to do with that information.
Okay, next slide. Okay. Leaders are faced with delivering bad news. We have to understand with this thing called life, things aren't always sunshine and rainbows. Things don't go as planned. Mistakes will happen. Problems need to be addressed. As leaders, we may have to inform the team about what went wrong or what needs to change. The leader may have to be the bad guy. Bad news can be dramatic, but as a leader, you have to deliver it and manage it to avoid destruction of your team. So we basically what we just was kind of saying, like we got to be able to accept constructive criticism. Um, we got to be able to if something isn't right with the team, we have to be able to inform the team about it. And like I said, team could be your family, friends, or your job or your business. So we just have to understand that it's hard for us to tell a person that they're doing something wrong or that they made a mistake, but we have to do it in a way that it doesn't cause the team to fall to a destruction. Okay, Cam and Lakeisha.
I would my just you'll get it together one day. Anyway, I would definitely just say like you got to define what bad is. I don't know, like sometimes what we say to people not necessarily bad. I think it's just things that we need to hear that they might not want to hear. Like say for example, right? And I'm still gonna get my mother as an example because she's still right here. She had asked me to look at the slides, right, for Thriving Thursday. And I'd be like, I'm thinking she asking me for real feedback. Oh, I don't know what she have in her mind for what she want me to say, but I give her real feedback. I'm like, oh no, you need to add these pictures. You should do this, that. I give her the real feedback. I don't say like I don't have no cut cards with it. She be like, dang, like I thought you were just gonna say it was good. No, I'm not the yes man. I'm not the yes man. And it's not necessarily me delivering bad news. She needed to hear that. Why? Because it make it better for y'all when y'all get on Thriving Thursday. Make it something more engaging, something that's not gonna bore you to death. I'm gonna just be the barrier for that. So I don't understand what she really wanted, but you know, that wasn't bad news. It's just something that I needed to say.
Yeah, y'all, I can say that when I always ask her to review something, and I'm thinking, y'all see how many, it was 38 slides, y'all, 38 slides. And I was like, well, Camry, go check it out. See what you think. She was like, well, first of all, you're gonna have to change every picture on each slide because you don't need the same picture. And I was like, well, so you mean to tell me, and mind y'all, for this particular presentation, I stayed up to almost 5 o'clock in the morning to even gather this information. Cam to my Dawn said, scratch the whole thing, Big Mel. You got right. Yeah, it was like, yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, so you mean to tell me I stayed up all night long and did this, and now is something wrong with it, or I got to change each picture. So that I had to go in and do each individual picture and change it. And then I said, okay, is it right now? But I was like, see, there I go. I got on defense mode, y'all. That's what I said. I ain't perfect. Big Mel ain't perfect. And I get mad too. And I was like, Cameron, you sure? Change every picture. So that's what I did, y'all. 30 something slides. So, Lakeisha, you wanted to add something?
No. No.
Y'all chime in if y'all want to throw in and y'all let us know any other topics you might want to discuss that you want us to discuss. And I will, look up the research and prepare my slides with my pictures and make sure everything is okay through per cam. Okay. All right. So next slide is stand positive. Okay. As a leader, we must show our team hope. Okay. It doesn't hurt to show opportunities and challenges or light in dark times. Remain patient, learn from adversity, and celebrate your wins. Continue to repeat your vision and purpose. Your team is looking to you during difficult circumstances. Always be the positivity your team is looking for. Okay. Miss Tracy speaking to you, Keish, and Cam. Oh, y'all speaking, okay. So yeah, like just try to be positive. I'm not perfect, but I try to be motivating to my team. We do, for as our wins, we do go out and do luncheons. We probably want to do them more often, but even if we go, here and there, it's still like to celebrate. Like when me and Lakeisha hit Life of the Party. And shout out to Lakeisha, she hit Life of the Party silver level. I hit bronze. But that is all part of the team. So even with her hitting, I was glad when she hit silver. I was like, well, forget the bronze, because long as Lakeisha, I feel like she got it. I won too because she part of my team. So we good. We either way we good like that. So I was okay with that. But then I came and did the bronze. So it's like we do celebrate our wins. We try to be positive in our teams. And if y'all want to piggyback, Cam and Lakeisha.
No, I mean, I agree. I think it's very important to celebrate your wins, and it's not necessarily bragging, but you just want to, celebrate and those around you, because there's plenty of room at the table. It's not a competition by any means, because you win or your counterparts win, you both win. So that's just basically just celebrate yourself, celebrate those that are around you.
Yeah, I would say. I can read Dawn's after this too. I would definitely say celebrate small things too. Like, yo, I got my first oil change today. Like, I was like, oh my god, like I'm on a dog for real. Like, I had to go to the dealership and get a oil change. Like, and so I was so happy to do that. And like when I like wash my clothes and fold them and put them right in the drawer, like I'm like, yes, like I'm doing it. So I would definitely just say celebrate the small things too. Like it don't have to be like anything crazy or big, but like celebrate you woke up this morning. Like little stuff like that. If you don't have anything else to celebrate, celebrate that. But don't say I definitely agree with the ability to take feedback though. Recently we started JROTC with a lot of cadets in one room, so it was a bit hectic the first day, but the top three set me down and gave me feedback. So today was better than ever.
Yay, Dawn. Go ahead. Shout out now. Dawn, okay. And Miss Cheryl says, yes, awesome job. Yes. Yeah, it was a challenge, but we got it, y'all. I was stressing. I was like, I ain't think I was gonna be able to do it, but I was like, I'm good long as my sis got it. I ain't really worried
Right,
about
and I was telling that Matthew A. Henson, yo, why I bought like 20 pieces of jewelry that week because I'm over like, yeah, we got this amount of pieces to get till bronze. So now I'm at the school, like, oh, y'all like jewelry, da da da. So now I'm buying jewelry. So just have somebody, have supportive people around y'all.
Yes, Camry, everybody was out. Even had Q jumping on the live talking about, go ahead. I know y'all got some money, buy some jewelry. And I'm like, what is, I think he thinks sometimes he's a consultant. Okay. No. So, all right, Lakeisha, you want to add something or you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So, y'all, the next slide is being clear and positive. As a leader, be real, transparent, always be straight with your team. Some things are not easy to hear, but it brings strength within your team. And I believe my team, I'm the realist. I tell them anything. Look, this week I was crying, I'm depressed, I'm emotional, or anything happened. I just be real. I even get on the live before I sell my jewelry and say, look, y'all, it hasn't been a good day, but look, we here, lead and nickel free. Look, earrings, we got 3 pair, and it, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, but you just just be real. You don't have to act like everything is sunshine and roses, and I'm all right. I be real. That way people know, because y'all, the day I woke up in a bad way, but I got pulled myself together. Still got my little headache going on, but I'm here. Okay, just being transparent. Lakeisha and Cam. Oh, Dawn said it was a challenge. As we say, we're here. Yup, we here. We here is my go-to when it's not going too bright. Yup, we here. Okay, India. Okay, India. All right. Thank you for joining us. All right, Cam, Lakeisha. Look at this time moving,
I
y'all.
don't have anything.
No, I don't have anything on this one.
Okay, Cam, you can go to the next slide. See, I'm doing good with the Cam. Look, y'all. Okay, projecting calm. Okay. Y'all, here we go. We have to be calm. As a leader, try to always remain calm. Encourage your team to be calm, remain level-headed at all times. So, when everything is hectic, try to just be calm. I think I'm one of the calmest people that's in the face of this earth at times, especially when things is hectic and people take my calmness, oh, you really, what, here, you're not worried about it. And I'm like, no, it's not for my energy to be even zapping out or going off. Calm. just calm. Even Camry's been meditating now. I've been asking her to try to show me the things that she do with meditation, because all I could think about is what did I say, Tina Turner, when she was doing her little chants. That's what I be thinking about meditating, but I know it's probably more than that. So I'm waiting on Camry to show me how to do a little meditation. Lakeisha and Camry, y'all want to piggyback off of that?
I guess for this one, it's like a domino effect. So if you're not calm, like people around you or your team is like gonna pretty much give energy that you're giving. So I mean, yes, life, happens, but before you have like a situation where you have to kind of speak in front of them, whatever, you have to kind of get yourself together, because if you coming in with a funky mood or whatever, it's just going to give off that funky energy, and then it's just like a virus. So you just kind of want to get yourself together the best that you can before you communicate. So
Cam?
Yeah, I would say, as far as being calm, like, it's so many different things that kind of can change the emotions, but they shouldn't necessarily have a control over you and how you do things. Like, you're in control, not the emotions. So like, sometimes when there's things that's going on around you that's out of your control, it's like you don't necessarily need to get in an uproar about it, because I mean it's not really helping anything. So I mean, you be calm. I mean, at least you know within yourself you at peace. But the other things that's happening, you don't have control of. So all you can do is be calm.
Okay. All right. Okay, the next slide. Okay. And keeping it is another challenge, is keeping it human. You're not a machine. You are human. Turn off the person part of you and face any challenges rationally and methodically as possible. Admit you are human and allow yourself to be vulnerable. You will be seen as human by your team. You are the greatest example to your team. So always remember that, whether you doing your work, your business, your friends, your family, you are always a great example to your team. They know that you have to know you're not a machine, you're human. I want to add to it.
I would say like this go to being like just being transparent. I think a couple weeks ago, Dawn was saying that they admire my transparency. And I was like, dang, like, I am pretty transparent. So I think it's going into just being, like, transparent with other people. Like, sometimes you don't got to go together. Like, people might see my schedule in the morning or see my jewel in the morning and be like, dang, like, she got it together. No, sometimes I be talking to myself when I do the jewels. Like, it be like, affirm yourself and stuff. I be talking to myself. Like, of course, other people need it too. But like the jewels be for me and you. So just be transparent. Just let people know that like you real. Like you're not systematic. Like even though I got my schedule, that don't necessarily mean like I'm not gonna have slip ups or whatever. Like no, I'm just constantly adapting and constantly changing. As days go by.
Lakeisha.
no, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Dawn said, Cam, that's so real. All of my jewels are me speaking to me. I know that's right, Dawn. All right. So next slide, Cam.
Ma, do you want? All right, do you want to
Cam.
get into your next part, or you want to leave that for next week? Cause we got like 6 minutes.
Yeah, we can leave that for next week. We'll talk about how to overcome them. See, y'all, I stayed up all night long to prepare this presentation, y'all. But yeah, we could do that. That could be part 3. Look, that's crazy. Anybody got any questions, any concerns they want to share? I'm thanking my sis Lakeisha for y'all stepping outside of the box and coming forward on. So woo 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 woo. Dawn, look, Dawn, there's cousin there. And see, it wasn't that bad. Did you want to say anything, Lakeisha? Cam?
No, I just want to say once again, thank y'all for even considering me being a guest. And this is like outside of my comfort zone. So I'm trying to do different things that I never thought I would do. So it's helping me and build my confidence and things like that. So I'm very appreciative for this opportunity, and it's a wonderful platform. So I'm grateful. So thank you.
Dawn, you're welcome. Dawn said, I love Thriving Thursday so much. Dawn is proud of you, Lakeisha, and said, that's my
Oh,
cousin.
thanks, cousin.
I'm so dead. I don't have no. I'm not gonna do my jewel yet because we do still got 5 minutes. But I definitely would say, I'm glad you got your own like little platform. But I also would say that like I don't understand, Miss Lakeisha, why you were so nervous in the first place because I be hearing the lives like on my mother phone. She be in the shower. I go in the bathroom while she in the shower. She be watching the lives. Like I don't understand why y'all made it such a big deal. It's the same thing as like when my mom got on the first time with Miss Doney and we was doing success sessions. And I was like, Ma, like you do lives every week. Like this is a live. Like it might be a little bit more people on here, but like it's a live. So like y'all be in your head a little bit, like overthinking, like, oh my god, like this is so different, but like you already did it. It's just you doing it in a different environment. So I don't know.
But yeah,
Sometimes
but
you gotta be out of our own head.
No, you're right, Kim. It's different. I mean, I still get nervous doing my lives, but it's like I think once I hit that live button or the start or whatever, and I'm into it, then my nerves settle a little bit. But I still get nervous. It's like a whole ordeal before I even go live. But you're right. You just have to just go out there and just do it.
and we do. I get y'all know I'm 41 now, but I be going on the like saying, "Oh my god, I'm sweating," but really it be my nerves. It don't even be hot. I be like, and it's like these are the same people that I've been in front of for like almost 2 years, and I still get nervous. And when Camry came to me, she was like, "Ma, can you do this the thing with Miss Joni?" And I was like, what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. She was like, "Mine." She's going to like ask you questions. And I'm like, because I don't want to say nothing wrong. Y'all know I can be a little ratchet. So I didn't want to say nothing out the way. I was like, wanting to be like really professional. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I just was just like, all right, I'm just going to say how it is. And I flow with it. And so here I am today, y'all. Yeah. Kiana says she's nervous on the lives all the time. Anthony said, thanks, 3 teachers. Yes, yes. See, y'all, we piggyback off of each other, y'all. But I'm nervous every time I come on here. I'm up half of the night trying to figure out what y'all want me to discuss. So, y'all, if Dawn has my number, but if anybody else want to send Camry any suggestions that y'all want to talk about on Thursdays, I even had to ask my team. So shout out to my team, y'all. Even with their personal lives, they gave me different feedback. Thank you, Sang. Gave me different feedback to come to present y'all with like this presentation. Okay. Dawn said I'd be nervous too, y'all, especially when it's a personal topic. Yeah, and Dawn be out in the spotlight, y'all. Dawn got a lot going on, different shows. What you do, poetry, Dawn? Cam, what do Dawn do poetry?
Dawn does poetry, social media management, food
Yeah.
insecurity, a lot of different stuff. So
Yeah. So yeah. Anybody? Okay. Miss
we
Thank you,
probably
Miss
can actually
Cheryl.
share our jewels now because we
Go
got a
ahead.
minute left.
Go ahead.
Well, my last thing probably would just say, just like take your chance, like just like Miss Lakeisha came on here after we was badgering her about getting on, you know, we can also take chances in other ways and other like use spaces as other opportunities. Like sometimes like I go to class and before I would go to class and I wouldn't talk to anybody, but I would see the same person multiple times in a day, wouldn't say anything to them. And now I'm starting to actually talk to people like, hey, you want to have lunch or whatever the case may be. But like, just take a chance. You never know what benefits it will bring to you in the long run. And now my mom got a job based off something I told her to do that she was nervous about. So
Glow at saying it. But yeah, and that's what it is. It's just like stepping outside because I would never. I always said I had a purpose, but I wasn't sure what my purpose was. And I know I'm always like a counselor to everybody or like sharing information. So I think this is a perfect. And I think shout out to Miss Joni and the Heart Smiles and Cam for getting me into this role. And for my sis Lakeisha and my team actually encouraging me to go forward with it because I was a little nervous about even taking part in it. So y'all, we will definitely see y'all next Thursday with the same time, same place. Lakeisha, did you want to say something lastly before we hop off?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity. You just never know what other opportunities you may be given just for taking a chance for yourself and just getting out there and jumping in. But I hope everyone has a great rest of their week and stay safe.
Love y'all too. Thank you, Roman. And we'll do part 3, y'all, next Thursday. Everybody have a blessed and safe Labor Day weekend.
All right, love y'all. Bye. Bye, Q.
They can hear you.